I'm just keeping it, I'm just keeping it, I'm just keeping it real. Give them something, they give them something, they give them something, they feel. If you're tired of being stressed out and been impressed about it, you feel. We gon' let you know, we gon' let you know.
How y'all doing? This is Kareem, and I have with me, those of you that already know it, those of you that don't know, I have with me Herbalist Viola from verywisealternatives.com. And we're here to talk about what the title's talking about, which is how does it feel to be quarantined and what have you been doing to keep yourself healthy? So anyways, we ain't going to really keep too long. Before we go into the talk about the quarantine part and what you've been doing and how does it feel? Is it too much on you? We just want to wrap with y'all for a little bit, you know. Those of you that really ain't at home anyway, you know what I'm saying? Most of us at home. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to at least start here first before we go heavy. I want you guys to know, at least those who have asked, you've asked what do some other people you know do. She's going to tell you what she does health-wise to keep herself healthy through the week and or even throughout the day. And I'm going to share as well. So go ahead, Viola, share with the people what you do to kind of like keep yourself healthy during this Rona times.
Hey, Herbalist Kareem, thank you for sharing your platform again. I really, really appreciate it. You guys,
Nothing.
what I normally do, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said it's nothing, but go ahead.
No, but I really appreciate it. I really do. What I normally do on a daily basis, I make sure I get my walk in. I make sure I get time in the sun to get that vitamin D. And if I can't go outside, I definitely take vitamin D tablets. So I make sure I get my vitamin D just to make sure I fortify my body. And also just to protect myself, I do take my MSM garlic. I take the alcohol. I just take 3 drops, just 3 drops to make sure I get it in, because I do go to the post office and I go to the grocery store. So I just make sure I take it to fortify my body, because it helps. It really does helps. And also, I don't know if you see my video on the ginger shots. Oh my goodness, I love the ginger shots. So I take that for energy and just to get myself, energized. And I make sure I definitely drink my water. If you're on my Facebook, I always talk about 64 ounces of water. Yes, in the morning, make sure you put that little cup of either apple cider vinegar, or you can put a drop of peppermint essential oils, and drink that down just to ease your stomach. And definitely go out there and do sun gazing. So I make sure I get that. And I make sure I get my 10,000 steps. I know I talk about that all the time, doing your morning stretch, meditation. Yes, I definitely do it. And I take other herbs, and I will do a video on that so you can get a little personal and exactly know what I actually do on a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You hit them with some heavy stuff. Now I caught one part, well, 2 of them I wanted to expound on. You said sun gazing. So when you do your sun gazing, how long do you do it? Because, some people be tearing up their eyes, sun gazing too long. So how long do you sun gaze?
Well, I try to do maybe 20 seconds just to go up there and look at the sun. You guys, you don't go out there, after. It all depends on when the sun sets or when the sun rises. You don't go out there when it's high noon to try to look at the sun. No, you go when it's just coming up, because you can actually look directly into the sun and it penetrates your eyes, and that's when you get the vitamin D in your eyes. So do not be out there staring at the sun 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You will hurt yourself.
Man, oh my goodness. I don't know why that slipped my mind, and I didn't share that with people that was dealing with the Rona, and they were so tired. But a lot of them were going out just to get, like you mentioned, the vitamin D and sit out in the sun, and and they were going out early because it would get too hot sometimes. Out here in AZ, it gets really hot around 8:30. If you out there 8:30, you baking. The sun is already at its peak. So you in the hundreds, almost pretty much 98, 99. So they would go out there around 6 a.m. in the morning. So I forgot to mention it to him. I'm like, man, now that you brought it up, I'm going to let them know, those that are still dealing with it out here. I'm going to call them up after we're done with this video and let them know to sun gaze no more than 45 seconds to a minute. And to be honest, you guys, the darker your eyes are, so, you know, of course, my green eyes, I got to do at least a minute and a half to get some type of benefit and whatnot. But yeah, the darker your eyes are, dark brown and darker, the more sun your eyes will receive. It's like a cheat way of getting vitamin D right through the retinas of your eyes, and it'll start taking care of all your organs. That's a powerful way to get energy too as well. So if you're trying to have all you people doing these MCT oils and whatnot, you go out there and do that sun gaze for about a minute, you know, 30, like she mentioned, 20 seconds all the way up to a minute and a half, and see what they do to you. You're going to have energy until like noon. So, you know, that's one thing that, wow, girl, you doing that? That's powerful. So anyways, I slipped on that. So I had to call. Now, on the second thing I wanted to mention about is when she mentioned about that MSM, she didn't go into details. She actually carries, and I'll put the link down there below on verywisealternatives.com. She carries that MSM. I guess she being modest, she didn't want to go in on that. She didn't want to be bumping your head up some top of your head about it. But she carries that line, MSM garlic blend. I did a video on it. She did multiple more videos after that, telling people how to make it. But those of you that don't want to make it, she makes 3 different versions. She makes the vegetable glycerin, MSM garlic for the children. She makes the vinegar one, MSM garlic for adults, as well as the alcohol, MSM, she holding up right now, MSM garlic for adults. So either one you want, them bad boys is powerful in this times right now. We don't need to be shooting no capsules or pills of herbs only. And when you're taking capsules of herbs right now, dealing with this Rona, you got to be taking anywhere between 6 to 8 at a time in a given day. Y'all don't get that. You don't want to be taking maintenance. So I don't want to preach to you right now, but I want to at least let you know, cop that. That right there is a must. So let me share with you what my lineup is. Since I talked about the MSM garlic, that's our lineup. Now, do you give it to children? The vegetable glycerin one, we had her version in my son's go bag. Couldn't find it. You know, we couldn't find the boys' go bag. So that's a problem. When you try to go somewhere, you ain't know where the go bag is. So we couldn't find the boys' go bag. So we gave him the vinegar MSM garlic. So yeah, of course, Kareem knows what he's doing. So I didn't really give him he's young, and I know vinegar and the mix that she made. I know she did like a somewhat medium light. So I knew it wasn't going to harm him and whatnot, or harm the adults. So I gave him about, I would say, 4 to 6 drops. So I put the dropper bottle in there, and I can judge, and I shot it underneath, shot it in his mouth. I didn't worry about the tongue. I just wanted it to get into that throat. Because if you have anything itchy right there, that's what you want to focus on. So I gave it to him, and I actually had the water in a cup ready because I knew it was going to be bitter. So I made sure I had the water rack for it, and then boom, he was able to chase it down with water. And I'm telling you, immediately, he was good. So anytime he tripping on some scratchy throat right here, and we wrote his name down on it because the Rona's round, you know, just in case he have any issues or whatever. We don't want nobody else choosing it. So his name is that. So we got to actually order my queen. She made some more, but when we make it, we don't make that medium light. We make that 95%. I mean, showstopper. When you take that bad boy, I mean, you sitting right. Whoo, that's strong. We making it like that. So we definitely gonna have to order. Just keep that in mind. Where we'll be ordering at least probably 2 bottles of the children and 2 bottles of your vinegar one, because we kind of like, we don't really prepare for those. And my son, he needs it too. So I'll be ordering 2 of each. So just be on the lookout for that. You're gonna see that coming. But now what I do, that's on our list that we do. So and you can cop that at verywisealternatives.com. So that's a plug, because I'm telling you, it works. And I told you guys about that about 3 months ago. This is what you should be doing. And thanks to her, she providing it to everybody. So I'm telling you, she's doing well with that product right there, because it works. It does. And it's in one of the moments that you should be keeping that all year long. You have to keep that in your house. Also, the black seed oil. We use that. I wouldn't say every day, at least every other day I'm using it. My queen uses it every day, and she makes sure she give it to my son every day. Me, myself, that one we got is strong. So I got to sneak up on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still in that light version when they played me with that amazing herbs and whatnot. So my body is conditioned into taking that light version. So when I take that strong one that we have from Ethiopia, it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I got to have me some lemon to follow up with it and whatnot, because water just won't do. So anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. But I do that daily. What's the other one I'll do? We'll have either, we use oregano. So you can use thyme, cinnamon essential oil, thyme essential oil, clove essential oil. But since you want to make that in a blend, and I know Viola or me, we might do one together, or she might do it, or I might do it myself if I get around to it. So she'll probably definitely do it before me. But you have to blend these. Those strong ones that I mentioned, thyme, cinnamon, oregano, clove, they can't really be dropping 1 or 2 drops in the water like peppermint. Peppermint, you can get away with that, but you can't do that with these strong ones because they will tear up your tongue, your internal, your esophagus. It's too much. They're very, very extremely strong. So you got to blend them with something, an oil. So you could take something like olive oil. I'm pretty sure we ain't gonna get into that right now, but you can blend that with a carrier oil. And then I'm pretty sure just stay on the lookout for very wise alternative, Viola, with her YouTube channel. I think she's already showed people how to do that, but pay attention to that because that's needed to right now. Them oils are powerful, but I do carry one. So we didn't have to look further because when my queen was dealing with something and the family members around here, they were dealing with all this little drama and whatnot, and they was having issues. Oregano is a natural antibiotic. So I didn't have to worry about what if it's just not for HSV, okay? That's why it doesn't say oregano X, HSV. No, this bad boy it's a natural antibiotic. It has all the antihistamines in there. It has all the antiviral fighters. It have them bad boys up in there. So oregano itself, oregano is the powerhouse. We put more of that than the other ingredients in there. And that bad boy there is blended with olive oil already. It's already blended with a carrier oil. So we didn't have to worry about it. So she had a heavy cough that she was dealing with, and that bad boy knocked it pretty much almost out already. So just keep it in mind that this is what we've been using daily, and we just don't use it. You don't want to be using oregano X every day. That ain't one you want to use. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're dealing with an issue, is when you use it up to about 21 days to 30 days. Back off. Give yourself some time, your body you don't want to be overloading your body with no oregano. Okay, so that's just not what you want to do. The next one that I would just add it to our arsenal, because one of the YouTubers and one of my members in my class, you know who you is, brother. You know what I'm saying? He mentioned this harataki. So we've been adding this bad boy up in there because it helps with your brain. It helps with your digestive tract. It pretty much helps with your whole entire system. So most people use it in the seed version, and I'll show you guys about that later and how they kind of like, you can add seed, add water, and then you pretty much can drink off of that for like 14, 30 days. But a lot of people don't like that bitter drink. So they order the pill. So you can get these. We got these off Amazon. Harataki Plus capsules. Just look for Harataki. If I have to put the spelling of it down there below, I will for you guys. Matter of fact, I'll do it for you guys so you guys won't have to know how to spell it. I'm not gonna put no Amazon link because I don't endorse them. We do that. And like she said, we drink 64 ounces of water. We do have our little special drink that we like to drink. Definitely not no soda. So, we usually drink apple juice or cranberry apple juice, or there's another one. It's different types of apple juices that we kind of like to drink, or grape juice or whatever. But for the most part, we're drinking our 64 ounces of water first. That's the must. And then we drink teas, but that's not what we use for the Corona. And we definitely use these two ones every day: vitamin C and zinc. That's not something that you have to worry about having only 30 days or when you're sick. No, you should be doing them right now. And you ain't gonna find no vitamin C in my store, so don't go looking. You ain't gonna find no zinc at my store, so don't go looking. And vitamin C right now is kind of hard to get, almost like that Lysol. Okay, they ain't trying to give you that Lysol for nothing. I actually tried to purchase some Lysol because it says on the bottle it kills Corona. I saw that on the Lysol bottle, and they talk about they don't want to deliver it in my area. What? So that kind of blew me away when I tried to order something from Amazon, and they said it will not deliver in my neighborhood or my area. So I knew something was going on. But anyways, I don't want to keep y'all too long. Just wanted to let you know what I do. And yes, we do. We go out in the sun every day at 6 a.m. because it's hot out here. And we sit out there for at least 25 minutes to 30 minutes. So, you know, it's said that if you sit out there at least 20 minutes, it can penetrate your skin and it can, you know, feel and start energizing you. And also, the more melanated you are, the more protection it'll have with your body. That's just scientific fact. All right, now let's talk about this quarantine, Mrs. Viola. You know, also, by the way, let me plug this in there real quick. This young lady has been doing courses. So when you go to her channel on Very Wise, I know you weren't ready for that, my bad. I just have to tell them though. When you go to her channel and you click on verywisealternatives.com, her website, at the top, you'll see something that says courses, or if you scroll at the bottom, you'll see courses. Either way, when you click on it, you'll get a chance to see what courses are available. And one of them courses shows you how to make yourself, how she is her experience, on how she made from starting around the beginning of February, $4,300 in 3 weeks. And she's been going ever since through social media. So we just don't be talking over here. We about it. So I just wanted to make sure you can go check it out. Those of you that want to click and support and take that course, also her YouTube channel, go follow her so you get very good information. It's a different perspective from her screen. If you not noticed, she's a woman, I'm a male. So we got different perspective. And one thing about it is she's coming from the heart. And I'm telling you, her research game is a beast. Anyways, all right. Now that I plugged you in, I had to plug you in on that because they need to know. They need to know the power of doing for themselves. They need to know the power of how they can actually set themselves up off the 9 to 5. They need the power of what we are natural healers, you and me, are doing daily to keep ourselves healthy. Okay, so if you don't do it, you're not going to stay healthy. So let me go to the quarantine thing. What have you been doing, Mrs. Viola, on this quarantine since February, March? You know, are you fed up with your peoples that surround you, or what?
No, not at all. Actually, I don't know if you guys know, I'm retired military, so I was working a part-time job at a church. So, you know, if you living on a budget, you want to make a little bit of extra money, and I actually was just doing that for social, and really, I had some extra bills that I wanted to knock out. So I was working a part-time job to knock it out. But with this situation, I lost that job. So I had to make sure I made that income. And I know I was tiptoeing back and forth about go ahead and jumping out there with the business because I was already up and running, but I don't know if you guys know, but you get kind of scared and you're like, okay, I got to make this money. So I got to jump and do what I got to do. So that's what I did. I just went full force. I listened to Herbalist Kareem. I made sure I just jumped. I jumped like Steve Harvey. I jumped and no bruises. Yes, still scared a little bit, but I jumped. And I don't care about you guys. I don't know if, military people can contest. I love staying in the house. I'm not going to lie. I love it. I actually spend more time with my daughters. We got a better relationship now. Oh my goodness. So I actually love it. I have no problem staying in the house, none whatsoever, because I know I ain't going to the field. I ain't going down range. I ain't got to go to work. I keep my space. I don't know if you guys saw the video. I keep my space in. You know how you at work and they get on your nerve and you're like, I wish I was home. Keep yourself in that space and you will love home. You will love it. I mean, I create a heaven inside my house and I actually love it. So Kareem, no issues. I actually love being at home. If I'm
but if you remember, not to cut you off, but to elaborate on that a little more, remember when you had to work, isn't it? Because listen, make no mistake. This was in February of this year. So before they transitioned because of the Rona and they had to start laying people off and letting people go. If you remember, what was this like stressful wise on that 9 to 5, y'all know, and the difference of comparison similarities, if there is any, from working from home versus working for someone else at their, you go, because you had to work there. You didn't know no other way. But what was the difference, between now and then?
To be totally honest, you give them more than you give yourself. So you will go and give the 9 to 5 100 to 200% and give yourself 10 to 20%. So I had to reverse that because I realized they didn't know my worth. And working with that job, that check, getting them hours. But when you work for yourself, you're like, wait a minute, I got to make sure I do this. I got to make sure I do that. I got to make sure I get the products. I got to make sure I got to put myself out there. I got to do certain things just to get a customer or get someone to know you or get branded and put yourself out there. So it's kind of tricky. I mean, with Herbalist Kareem's platform, it pushed me. It really pushed me, and I'm not going to get too much into it because go check out the course. But you do kind of set yourself up and you actually stop yourself from your business because you're still clocking at 9 to 5. So when when I lost it, I was like, I still got these bills. I still can't not pay this bill. I don't want to, I don't want to, I'm not going to file bankrupt, but I had to pay these bills. I still got to live. I still got to, knock this stuff out and continue. I still got to continue. So I just jumped. I had to jump and a parachute opened and it's been a great ride and still on that ride. So.
Yeah. See, that's the beauty of when you, yeah.
It was scary.
That's the beauty of having your own business. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This Rona or season of all this, the drama that jumped off, it is forcing people to make a different decision. Okay, so those of you that are responsible, especially you ladies, I've noticed a lot of y'all just handling business. I don't know. My brothers is doing it in the quiet storm in the cut. But you ladies, I'm telling you, single moms and whatnot, it don't stop. So you want to make sure your children have a roof over their head. You want to make sure you guys are still eating. And in order for you,
you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
It's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to continue. You got to continue.
Exactly. So it's to me, her tenacity and her resilience was a sight to see, because I don't see that a lot. And but I do know that I've noticed that a few people have been handling their business because they got that got to moment now. Is you got to. You can't have that decision. I was talking to one of my Queen's friends, and she actually mentioned, not to me, but I remember my Queen mentioning that, hey, look, they don't know if they're gonna have a job coming back as being a teacher when the actual schools open up. So that in itself is a problem. So, but when you kind of like start putting things together and you stop wasting time and you start putting a strategy together, I'm coming out with a video either this week or next week about strategies, and I'm gonna make it very simple because a lot of you guys overthink things, but you can't just jump without no parachute. So I'm saying, so this young lady here, before she jumped, she did her due diligence. Okay, she reached out. She took a few courses here and there to make sure when she leap off that cliff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that bad parachute was gonna open. It's a cold thing when you've been trained on your parachute. You've been trained on the area location where you're jumping. You've been trained on the air and how, the right moment. You've been trained on that. It makes you feel more safer versus you just looking at the cliff. Yeah, we out here doing it. We hiking. Let's go. Give me that parachute, man. I'll take that one right there. Go and give that to me. And you jump, and the dude didn't tell you had to hit the red cord versus the blue cord, and you like stuck, and now you might be flatlined, rushed to the hospital. Don't be no idiot. So that's what I'm talking about here. So congratulations to you, Viola. I mean, you have a story to tell. I mean, you stuck in your lane, and people that have followed you, people that are in the family that know you, because we have like a little family group that we deal with and whatnot, that we talk to and whatnot on a regular basis. But man, they are happy, truly happy for you. And I can say that I had part of your teaching. So I was part of that. So I'm happy of all the lessons you've learned with other people, other teachers. I am so happy to be part of your journey, because when it's over, you're going to remember me. That's what I'm talking about. So anyways, I appreciate you sharing that part about your quarantine. You really look like you went and got something to share more.
Yes. I put little quotes on my board so I can read this every day. And it's just pretty much was telling me, be intentional with my life. So I read this every day. Be intentional. Make sure you believe in you. Do what's unrequired. You already do what's required, but do what's unrequired. And just have an urgency. Don't shortchange yourself. If you keep an urgency, you'll push through. You'll push through. You'll continue going through the process, and you won't stop and stay there. You'll just keep pushing through, and until you reach your success of what your ideal success is.
Right.
So I just wanted to share.
I like that. And one thing about, I want to piggyback on that. The urgency goes along with consistency. So as long as you understand that just because you're at home, you don't supposed to be watching Netflix all day. You don't supposed to be, I'm telling you, if y'all knew about, okay, let me help you about my quarantine so I can go right into what she was actually talking about. And this has continued on since 2016 when I jumped on social media. I was doing things off the scene, side hustling with my job, losing jobs, side hustling, and then going back, starting my business, doing it. But when I actually jumped out there full-fledged, it was scary, and I had to work my little lazy self, I'm gonna keep it real. She was probably working every day with hers. But me, I was working about, I would say every other day. I was working until I got my consistency of what I'm supposed to do every day. It's a different vibe when you're working for yourself. No one's there to fact check you and tell you you're supposed to be doing this. Is at the end of the week or at the end of the month, you having a performance review. No one's doing that. You are the boss. If you don't work, you don't eat. So that right there, as a business owner, most business people know that if they don't go down to that store and open up that door, can't no customers get in. If they don't make sure somebody's sitting behind that cash register, nobody can be rung up. If they don't have the products that they make sure they keep on the shelf, they won't be able to have different varieties to pick from. So I make sure daily, man, I wrote out a schedule of what I'm going to do every day, and I do research. I get the things that I want to talk about, and I want to make sure I bring new content or new information that's going to give it to an individual that's technically really not new, but it's a different perspective that most are not sharing on a kind of detailed, plain, understanding way. People got this professional way of teaching. They want to always show their bachelor's and master's degree. I got this, and this is what I went to school at. So I have authority figure to teach you. So all of that extra, people get bored with that quick. They don't want to hear from a lot of people saying all that. They want people to be general and down to earth. But every day I started getting caught up with this young lady right here, what I used to do back in 2016. So in the beginning, you're going to work hard for the first 6 months to a year, like your regular 9 to 5. But I'm telling you, it's not like your 9 to 5, because you're not really honestly working consistently every hour, every minute, every second for someone. You could take your breaks when you want to. You can lay on your bed and take a nap. You can actually go up there and kind with your family and kids. You can actually say, I'm going to watch this episode real quick, then I'm going to go do that. You can go over there and have an overly extended lunch. You can say, you know what, I'm going to lay down and I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. No one's on your back tempting you to, like, 15 minutes is up, 30-minute lunch is up. What you doing? You ain't coming back? Your performance review, check, negative. You ain't got none of that, but you got to make sure you know, without you being that CEO, president, vice president, boss, stuff won't get done. So you got to be consistent with doing your job that you signed up to do. The website, the course, intellectual property, the products. social media posting, social media posting, social media posting, social media posting, and social media posting, and social media posting, and social media posting, and social. That is where the majority of the work is. Consistently social media posting after you have done the work. So after it's done, that bad boy is like on autopilot. And you got to brand yourself for about 6 months to a year. Where can you do that and get yourself climb from 1,500 a month or 2 weeks to 3,000 a month, 6,000 a month, 9,000 a month to 20, all the way up to 100, all the way up to, I don't know. I haven't got past the 200 range right there, but all the way up to that 100,000 range monthly. Where can you do that less than 2-3 years in any school? So all these stuff they teaching you is right now in this season right now, this is where it's at, social media. So I'm telling you, the proof is in the pudding. She got a course up and whatnot. I mean, I'm gonna have to just probably take the course just to see what she's talking about and whatnot, steal some stuff. Now I ain't gonna take that from her. But anyways, I'm just trying to let y'all know that it's a beautiful feeling to be on this side. But me as quarantine, what I've been doing, I think I haven't shared that. I know I'll be rambling a lot. Y'all know Kareem talk a lot. She just sitting up here with a pretty smile at y'all and whatnot. But real short, I just be here with family. And this is normal for me. This is what I've been doing before quarantine and all that. So it's not really a big deal that this happens. Just like what she was mentioning, this is normal for me, doing what I want, because I'm a boss working from home. And then if I have to do essential stuff, like go to the shop like we always do, that's essential. Go there, knock out stuff, ship the products from there, re-up the products, get them, make the products, and leave and go back and do pretty much 75 to 80% of the work from home. So this is what I've been doing and chilling with the kids and the family. I was doing that before Rona. So, quarantine, they didn't really hurt me. If anybody they hurt a lot, it's my boys, because I allowed them to go to school to have some type of social going on. My oldest was being taught from home, but I allowed him to go so he can have a little bit of halfway, or we had to find out a good school, not private. We ain't paying for that, but some of these publics is better than these privates. But I allowed him to go to it and watch his grades. If you're not teaching him right, he can't go. You're going to be back at home, learning from mom and dad, homeschool stuff. But because he was doing decent enough to be around his friends, really pretty good, I let him go. And man, did that hurt his feelings. He been struggling not being around his partners, seeing them and kicking it with them, going on on the school and whatnot. And my youngest, that little 5-year-old, he was 4 and he turned 5 during the Rona. This dude right here, man, he's like, what can I do? Nobody likes me. Nobody want to play with me. What? Why, Dad? Why, Mom? I want to go somewhere. Please. Why won't I go to school? What happened? Literally crocodile tears. I'm like, oh, man. So if anything, we've been really doing things with them a lot within the house, in the backyard, to keep his mind off of, man, no one want to play with me. Why I can't play with no friends? So it's the more the children did anything. So to me, my queen and family members around here and me, it's been business. Order of the day. So that quarantine, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been here doing the same thing under this roof and going to the office and coming back essential. It's nothing really different here. I've been seeing these people, the adults, every day, all day before quarantine. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been dealing with. So on the real, I don't understand when quarantine, but I know what y'all doing. Y'all used to going to work, right? Ain't they used to that?
Yeah.
Going places and being on the freeway. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I know y'all missing. I do miss my massages though. I have me a membership. Matter of fact, I need to call these dudes, man. They might be hitting my account. I had this membership that gave me an hour, and I had like a bit. I was so busy. I had like 6 in the pipeline that I haven't even used. So I was planning to go 3 times in a month to catch up. When that Rona hit, I was so hurt when that Rona hit. I was like, what am I doing about my massage? Because I'm gonna just keep it, I don't get them all the time. I don't. Yeah, exactly. I need that to be pushed out and then drink the water, whatever, and just be all right. But that was my little buddy. I got my little massage chair. That don't do the job like a real person is getting it in. So That I miss. I do miss that. And I do also miss, we would go out and maybe once a month, me and my queen, or I would go out with the boys and we would go do something at least once or twice a month. We had like a moment that we would like go either to movies or we go out to dinner and we do. That's over. So they missing that too. So I do miss those little moments of that because now you got to create the Netflix and chill days. You got to create stuff around here that you're not really used to. So your creativity got a little bit more. Because I mean, I think you get a little tired of seeing them chilling on the couch all the time. Like, you still there? I was just down here 4 hours ago. What are you doing? I ain't got to go to work. What you mean? I'm getting my unemployment. Okay, all right. So don't be mad at me. You up there got to do what you got to do and work. I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying you ain't got nothing else to do. What else is there to do? We can't go nowhere. So I'm just telling you. So yeah, some people I've been looking at them like, okay, like Kevin Harlan. So yeah. All right, go ahead, sis.
No, I was gonna say that's a good problem to have.
That's a good problem.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes they don't even see me. They're like, "Ma, are you in the house?" You know, they don't even see me. And I'd be like, "Hey, I'm getting it in. I got to do this video. I got to do this." So I kind of flip and instead of being up in the daytime, that's when sometimes I'll sleep and do everything at night. So I love the versatility. So
how long it take you to do a video so they can know? You know, people think it take forever. How long it take to do? First, how long it take? I'm gonna ask you multiple questions. How long it take to shoot the video? That's one part.
To shoot the video, I try to do it in one take. And it depends on how long the video is. I try to keep mine under 15 minutes. So maybe 10, 15 minutes. It doesn't take that long.
Now, how long does it take to edit the video?
Oh, it takes a while. I try to do it in under an hour to two. It all depends on how I want the video to set up. Or if I didn't like it, I'll splice it and add something. Or I love the clip arts. I love for you to see visual because I know some people, you want them to relate and understand what you're getting at. So just putting a little tiles. I try to do it with under an hour. So it all depends on how elaborate you want it. I try to keep mine real simple. So maybe under an hour.
Now, when you say you're doing the video,
2 hours.
So we'll say 2 hours. That's cool. About 10, 15 minutes to shoot the video, 2 hours to edit. Now, would you say that editing the video is most of the work for the video itself?
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool. Now, since you are back in February, March, this young lady was a novice. I'm talking about newbie. Now, had you ever, so people could know, they're talking about 2020, y'all. We ain't talking about February, March last year. We talking about this year. Had you ever edited a video back in March?
No, I had to learn from scratch. Well, let's be honest, I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I had panic attacks. I was like, I didn't know how to do this.
You had to learn that ain't nobody there, huh? Ain't nobody here.
Right.
Ain't nobody in your room.
No, but I don't know. It's that fear. You'd be like, what am I doing? You know, it was hard. It was really hard, but it gets easier and easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you started editing, because I'm trying to help y'all understand, it's not as bad as y'all think. In the beginning, it is a struggle. This is real, true life stories right here. So I'm asking her so you guys can be like, oh, Kareem, you've been doing that for 3 years. It wasn't like this when I started out in the beginning, but I did have some technical still. This young lady here didn't even know how to open up that laptop. I remember that. She had a problem getting that laptop going. I'm like, what? Until we figured it out that she had the fingerprint style. I ain't used to that or whatever, but like fingerprint. So that's how she got into it. Now, I just wanted y'all to know.
Right, tell the truth. I had a Windows. And so with the business, I went and got me a Mac Pro. Never, ever had anything with Mac, nothing.
Only different. It's like night and day. Yep.
I couldn't do the finger. So I had to get the mouse and this didn't match. And I didn't understand Bluetooth
Yep.
to connection. It was horrible. Where I just wanted just to break down and cry. I'm not gonna lie. I would have like panic attacks. Like, what is I'm doing? So I had to take my time and learn. And I know Herbalist Kareem was so busy, but he helped me.
I did.
To help me, but he's been like a big brother, even though I'm older than him. He's been a true gem. I'm not gonna lie. Give me his intellectual properties.
But that's why I'm coming out with the YouTube course in about a month, because I had to reinvent. I didn't help out so many people, and it's only a few that does something. But I had to take that info and put it there and offer it to people, so it'll be available in about a month or so. So people can have, I won't have to be like, listen, you want to be taught what I'm doing and exactly what I'm doing? Go watch this, go take this course. But on the real, I have to give it to her. I have another question for you. Let me go there. Let me not get sidetracked. When you started editing your videos, how long, when I wasn't around, because I remember I wasn't totally, and you were afraid to ask, and you knew it was going to be like, this dude here is not going to spend no 2-3 hours helping me with no YouTube and editing, nothing. He ain't gonna do that. So I know he ain't got time for that. So tell me, on your first and second video, it's probably your first, the first one you had to upload. I remember I started seeing you uploading videos to Facebook. I remember that. You was uploading them to our spiritual group. You were uploading them to there first, I think, and you were uploading to Instagram. I think you were testing the waters there first. And you were doing them in your bathroom. You remember that?
Yeah.
So this was way in the beginning, and she got a chance to feel what people were saying. And I remember you were using your phone, wasn't you?
Yes, I used the phone.
So phone is powerful. It still works. I tell people all the time, you can get a phone, i9, a Note 10, you can handle your business. Now, when you got out of the arena from just a video that you did on the phone, and you pretty much just, I don't know how to edit this bad boy, let's just post this bad boy up there. That was the beginning. When you went into iMovie's arena and you had to take your video, like, how do I get the video off of the phone onto my MacBook or my computer? Then I gotta now upload it to, or drag it to iMovie. What the hell is iMovie? It's a video software editor. I gotta drag it there. Then I gotta, I don't know, splice what I don't want, and then splice out the end. And then I have to.
That's why I wanted to do it all in one take, and I didn't play.
She didn't have to splice nothing out. She was good. So she like, because she didn't want to deal with that software. But what about that part when you had to get to the scary part? Like, what do I do now that it's here and it's finished? How do I save it?
Yeah.
To my computer? How do I find it after it's saved and then upload it to Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube? How long, my question to you is, how long your first video did from iMovie and you wanted to get it to YouTube? I know that wasn't no freaking 2 hours. How long was that?
The truthful, a whole day, because I had to upload it and email it to myself. So I don't know if you want me to say what I used. Which
you can. Shoot. WeTransfer, wouldn't it?
WeTransfer, and look, you had to upload that. So it depends on how long your video. So it take that long to upload. So you sitting there spinning. You're like, wait a minute, 10, 20? And it was like an hour. I was like, an hour? So by the time you do that and drop it on your desktop, which I was like, okay, so what am I doing? So I'm anal. I try to write step by step by step by step. So I was writing down the steps when I saw I did something correct. And when I asked Herbalist Kareem, I would write it down. So I was checking off. Military, no, you check off what you did right and you just check it. So I made sure I check. So, but it was just crazy, because by the time you upload it from WeTransfer, and then you get the email saying it's there, you download it onto your computer. And then you got to make sure you download it and save it the correct way and the correct name, because trying to find it on Mac, and you don't know Mac, and my fingerprint, and I forgot my password. I didn't know what something, and it was horrible. I had herbal cream. Wait, I felt horrible. I actually took my computer to Best Buy, and it was like, we don't handle Mac. You got to call Apple. I said, who, what? So it was terrible. It was my mind. I just wanted to give up. I promise I wanted to give up.
And that's what the question I was going to ask you. That's what I was going to ask you. Why didn't you stop when each time you did it, about 2 or 3 times, because I was in the background and I was seeing it. She would text me and say, I'm loading a video. And I would see the struggles. I knew she was going through those little tiny detailed struggles that'll make you be like, pull out your hair out. You see, I can't pull the top of the dome. Pull out the hair out, and then you like want to jump off a cliff. Why did you stick? Why did you stick with it when you felt like, I can't do this? This ain't me. Because I know you felt like this. I'm done. I can't do this. What made you keep going?
I had to make up some income. I lost $1,200 and I need to make that up like yesterday. So I had to do it. Ain't no stopping. What? Stop what?
And I'm gonna tell y'all, this young lady here, when I talk about, I guess it's that military background she got. I wasn't getting down like that in 2016. When I was telling her to do something, it was done. And within a couple of hours, not a couple of days, couple of hours. And she was like, give me the next step. This is what I need to learn now. And I'm like, okay, do this right here. And here's some videos to watch to show you how to do it. And then she would be done in a couple of hours. What's next? Because I need to finish. I need to get this video loaded. And I was like, after about 3 or 4 times, that's when I realized, Ben, is that she was involved and she really was trying to get some things done. And she was part of our herbalist course, the beginning, first wave. I was like, I'm gonna have to give this girl a call and see if I can help her. Being is that she was coming up around a collaboration. I was helping my students out that was taking care of business to put them out as a collaboration. So since her time was coming up and almost sometimes passing those up that was getting a little worried, having fear, or that's not happening, having things together because they were doing other things. When she came up to ask for collaboration, I said, hold on, before we collaborate, you might be struggling with these videos and struggling with this. Yes, I am. We took a day out and I knew something told me, if you give this person, see, a lot of times, I'm gonna tell you 90% of the time, it don't work that way. Kareem gets zapped for free and my time is gone. They ain't paying me nothing. And I'm not trying to get paid for nothing because I don't want you coming back saying, I paid you and you deserved it. No. That's how y'all don't respect people's time. And then y'all bang on somebody if they pay you and you don't get what you thought you in your mind you were supposed to get. So I don't like dealing with that crap. That's why it's just kind of like do stuff for free if I see your heart is right and we kind of connect with the energy. So I went on ahead and made a day, not a day, like I said, I'm gonna sacrifice a couple hours. When I did that, man, I'm telling you, it was not unvoid. It was not in vain. You know how they use in the Bible, it will not be in vain. It was not in vain. When I'm talking about them 2 hours, it was almost like when I showed her how to do the small little details that she didn't already figure out on her own because she was grinding. She's like, oh, I just need this part. Oh, I know how to do that right there. Can you show me how to do this part? Oh, you go up here, the splice right here if you need to. Modify right here. You add this transition if you want to. Then she starts showing me some things up in iMovie because I use Final Cut Pro. That's a different edit. I'm like, oh, this iMovie ain't that bad. So I just let that sink in my mind. But I'm telling you, iron sharper iron. And when I was showing her that, I ain't had to worry about her no more. Now, I guess she was respecting my time. You probably can elaborate on that. After I showed her the tips, she took it and ran with it. I don't know if it chopped her time down half, but I knew it at least half. But next thing we know, she didn't went from all day. You just heard her say 2 hours. It take her to edit the video. It takes me, when I do, y'all know my video is kind of long, just like this one right here. I do like what, 15 minutes? Now you see me creeping up to like 25, 30 minutes. And sometimes when I do them live, they're an hour. You know what I'm saying? So if I have to go, the live is better. You ain't got to edit. But when I'm doing them 15 to 30 minute video and I got to edit, it takes me about an hour, about an hour and a half. Cause I'm the same way. I try to bust that bad boy out first take. I'm not trying to do nothing that's non-authentic and that you lying and you got to cut your lies out. If I got to splice something out, it's because YouTube is tripping and I can't say this or do that. So I splice that out. But for the most part, I'm like her. I do it in one take, but that editing, it's about an hour hour and a half. So for her to say hour to 2 hours, look at that. She's been doing this for about what? 4 months, about 3 months. And 3 months. And now she right there just learning little tidbits. Oh, I need to learn this. Let me tighten that up. And she'll tell you about a moment when she used to, how long was it taking you? And she just learned this trick. But how long was it taking you to load your videos to YouTube? This is another tip right here.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Look, it all depends on how long the video is. It took 12 hours. Oh, it was horrible. You'll look, I don't know, time will go up and down. It'll say an hour. Then it say an hour and 40 minutes. Then it say 2 hours. And then it dropped down to 45 minutes. And oh my goodness, my videos was too long. Mm-hmm. And then Herbal's Cream taught me about handbrake. I don't know if you want me to say it.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
that's fine.
Oh my goodness. And he just taught me handbrake this week.
Shrank your video like 4 times shorter. 20
minutes. I'm like, I was like, thank you. You don't understand. 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
To load it to YouTube. So a lot of y'all technical people gonna be like, nah, man, it had to do with your internet. It has to also do with your specs. And if you have your 1080p versus 4K, listen, I'm trying to tell you, these cameras, these 4K cameras, he has a 4K Logitech, as well as if you have a lens camera. These bad boys come in big files. So I don't care how fast your speed is. You know what I mean? Your speed could, unless your speed is that zippity fast, it's gonna take you about 3-4 plus hours to load them onto YouTube because it has to convert it. But when you understand shrinking 8 to 10 gigabytes of footage, that's really only like 10, 15 minutes to 30 minutes. That's like 2-3 movies. Yeah. That's what gigabytes mean. 4 gigabytes is a movie and beyond. 8 gigabytes is like 2 movies. That's big. You got to condense that quality and that picture and all that extra down low. And handbrake, when I showed her that, and I when she told me, she never really mentioned it. All she mentioned that she was struggling and she loaded the video, she waited for it to finish. And finally I heard her mention, man, this bad boy's still loading. It's been like 8 hours. I'm tired. I got up this morning. They're still doing it because we was having a collaboration or we was meeting up with some more people. And I'm like, you still loading that video? Yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm like, and it took me back to 2016. When I was doing mine, I was like, is that what she going through? I'm so far removed, 3-4 years later. I'm like, damn, she doing that? Woo, hold on. Because I'm still, right now, to this day, I use handbrake every time. Every time I do a video, I use handbrake. I don't think she know about handbrake. I need to, so I had to set up another time. And I was spent about maybe 45 minutes to an hour, about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. She learned that, and I kind of walked her through. That's a savior. When you can go from 8 to, because after you shoot your video, you edit your video for about an hour and 2 hours, and then now you got to upload it, and you got to wait for that bad boy to post for 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, or 10 hours, or 12 hours. You got to wait. You do it at 9 o'clock at night. And in the morning, it's talking about 20 minutes left. You like, really? So you getting up during the night when you go use the bathroom or you roll over and you look at that big light on your laptop, it's still on. You go look like, cause you gonna make in your mind, you're gonna get up and look. 3 more hours. You're like, what? So that's frustrating. Now you know why she was doing it at night, because I was doing it at night too, because I didn't want it to take away from my laptop. I didn't want me not to be able to use my laptop because this thing is low. Do it when I'm asleep. But man, when you found that handbrake that she used, now she can load that bad boy when she having some tea. It might take no more than, at most, it might take 45 minutes. But that's nothing. Go down, do what you're doing during the day, go do this, go knock this out. Next thing you know, come back, that bad boy done. And now you can edit whatever you want to put, your hashtags or whatever you want to put behind the scenes on your channel.
Yeah, because you're still not finished. Once it upload, you still got to go in there and tweak. And you're like,
it's still a job. You guys act as if YouTube creators is just like doing a video, posting it like what is it called? Snapchat or Marco Polo or TikTok. No.
Look, I don't even know those platforms.
I mean, you get to know them, you know, you can rise a little quicker, but man, I ain't got time, man. So yeah, we wanted to just chop it up with y'all and just kick it with y'all and let y'all know that we having fun, you know, and y'all don't stress out. If you take her course, you're going to find out some tips that you can apply and you can use for yourself. Mine is coming out in about 30 days. We wanted to let you guys know that being a business owner and working for yourself, you know, all the hustling y'all been doing anyway, y'all been doing technically volunteering at church, volunteering at other places at work. You know, sometimes you ain't getting paid with your friend. Y'all know how that skill of making cake, doing hair, you know, other thing. Yeah, that's a job. But y'all classify it wrong as just helping out and I'm just hustling. No, if you put paperwork and documents behind it, it now becomes a legit entity and now you a boss. So you just cross over to putting the paperwork behind what you're doing anyway. And then you become a boss. So the boss part is what she's talking about, the details of jumping and learning the behind the scenes stuff. So this stuff we doing right here, video, that's easy. When this is over, if you notice it's not live, I have to go edit this bad boy, render it, save it, and since I'm running my mouth too long, and she know I'm doing the most of the time, running my mouth too long, it's gonna be more work for me when I'm doing all the English uploading it. So it's gonna take me about probably a couple of hours to do this right here. So if I just took the raw footage, it'd be fine, but who does raw footage, you know, unless you're doing live. So live is different. Live and up personal, but you notice in TV shows don't do live. Everybody want to do live. Anyway, all right. I just want to, go ahead. You do the last talking.
No, I'm good. I just appreciate you sharing your platform. You guys, he's pretty much just giving me cash. This is money. This is free money.
Y'all gonna probably say, you ain't giving me none, Kareem. I'm trying to get a hold of you. Listen. I didn't have me no Kareem. I didn't. I had one person to shout me out. And I'm grateful for that. You know, Young Pharaoh. I don't mind saying his name. And that wasn't small, but I was in my beginning stage and he was in his somewhat beginning stage before he went 400,000 plus subscribers now. He had like 40,000. I had less than 10. So I was thankful that I was able to get one collaboration with him. But it wasn't his collaboration that did it. It got me a little bit of views and boost, more than a little bit, about 1,000 extra. But the beautiful thing, I knew that I had to keep consistently, like she knows. You can't be just, you can take a day or two off, but with this social media, you got to be posting at least minimum. Right now today, they want you to do at least 3 times a week. That's the minimum. So until you brand yourself, then you can kick back and do 1 time a week and whatnot, stuff like that. Some people so extra, they doing once a month because they got this 400, 500,000 subscribers. Me, I got like close to 200,000 once a week. But when the beginning, yeah, you got to be putting that work in about at least 3 times a week. And if you want to do more than that, it's going to just push you even faster than that. But that's where it's at, you guys. That's not a lot of work. Not like that on 9 to 5. So I'm going to keep her secrets because she probably let it all out in her course and whatnot on her journey. You probably told it all. Did you tell it all right there? She told it all right there on how she got it in. And I'm telling you guys, I'll never forget when I got that call from her telling me how much she made in 3 weeks. I was like, what? So me and my queen was happy for her. And of course the class members is happy for her. But on the real, it's from your efforts. Would you turn back and go back to a 9 to 5 if somebody offers you about 80,000 a year?
No. No.
Somebody offered Kareem $1 million a year to spend 8 hours a day working at their job. And I mean, I got to drive there and then I got to drive back home and I got to deal with what comes with your BS from this $1 million a year. Ain't happening. It ain't happening. I mean, I can do that for myself. I am doing that for myself and I have a lot more freedom. Okay. A lot more freedom. And I run this, you know what I'm saying? So I can do performance reviews around here, but that's what the system taught us, how to do performance reviews, how you treat an employee. To me, you're mistreating people that work for you and helping you build your empire. What I look like putting that on people. So I like to show people, like I've been telling her all the time, when you get on that level, when you like, it's past you and you can't do it for yourself no more. So either you have a decision to make, either you stay at that 10,000 a month level, or you expand. And the small expansion would be, let me reach out to a family member that I can trust, that ain't gonna do me dirty, and I could give them about $200 to $2,500 a month consistently. See, that's one thing. Your peoples and other people that you work for, they're gonna look at you like, they give me volunteer money. They thinking that I'm gonna just help them out a little bit. But I'm telling you, when you give them a check, better yet, when you call them up and you say, you give them an interview, they're gonna be laughing at you. Because I remember going through that couple times where they're like, interview? Oh my God. I'm like, listen, don't play with me. I can go with somebody else. Like, okay, all right. I need this. I need you. You need me. Let's do this. You know what I mean? And I was interviewing them for the purpose of to see if they was real with it. You know, if they're gonna stick around for about a year at least, so I could do some things. So when I did, it was just a good feeling, Viola. Oh my God. When I asked them the first month, my queen, she said, I need to keep a W-4 on file, W-2. I need to know how many exemptions you want. She was like, okay, so my queen don't play. See, they take her serious because she got a master's degree. End of the trip. Me, I'm just boss man. So they like, he a hustler that just got an entity now. No, I mean, I know more than that, but I just had her put I said, I need you to do that. And when she said, I need her direct deposit account, her bank account that she wants her money direct deposit into. So she called up and told her that. And when these people that are helping us, I don't call them employees. I call them our team. I don't never say that to them. Oh, you my employee. No, we don't do that around here. So I'm like, my team. But man, when we direct deposit and they've been got it every 2 weeks, they just looking at their bank account from their, it's just like a 9-to-5 job. The difference is they working like 3 days a week, 3 hours out of each day. And they're making like full-time pay for less than part-time, not even real part-time. And I got them on salary because according to the laws of the state of Arizona, you know, you got to know how to set it up structured right so you can pay them what you want and not be gouging or whatever. So that's what I did. But I'm telling you, had people knocking on the door asking you got any openings? It's a good feeling to be us, this color of skin, and then your family members like your daughter, your son, your uncles, your nieces, your cousins, and family members that want to work for you, your brothers and whatever. And then when you pay them, I've been with them. I ain't going nowhere like that. I ain't going nowhere. Like why, bitch? Man, it's light work, and plus I get paid more than I got paid at my other job, and I don't miss a beat. And they know. I got a few people that's been with me for a couple of years. They know like clockwork when they're gonna get paid. And we don't wait. Let's do a performance review to see if I'm gonna give you 75% raise. Man, they be getting raised. If our products increase around here, our customer base increase around here, they getting a raise. And it ain't no sneeze raise. It's one of them ones, couple $100 raise, you know, couple $1,000 raise, stuff like that. We don't be doing that BS that they do out there in the society. And then I know from a projection of my business last year and the year before that, lets me know what my following year is going to do and my year next is going to do. So I have a projection of 3 to 5 years what our businesses would be doing. So when I do get the raise, it's not based on right now or epidemic or this. It's just not based on what they're doing. I got all kinds of irons in the pot, so they're going to be taken care of. They don't get that part. So they be saying like, oh man, get a little slow. So I got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That's the power of it, you guys. So you guys need to get to this other side to start doing non-basic things. You want to start doing, my bad. What's up, sis?
I was going to say, you talking about the raises. My raise was 30 cents a year.
See what I'm talking about? 30 cents.
That was cost of living increase.
30, you mean, wait, hold on. You talking about 30 pennies?
30 pennies. A whole
Well,
30 cents.
see what I'm talking about?
So in what, 3 years you have $1? Not even $1.
I remember they told my queen one time they gave her a raise for like whatever stretched out to whatever the parking was in that area. They covered. I think the parking was like $2.50 when you park there in that area, and they covered that parking for the year. So whatever that came out to, it only covered her parking. It didn't cover nothing else. And I was like, what the hell? How is that a raise? And give me something that's going to help me with my light bill that covers my whole light bill. That's a raise.
And that parking space probably was already free.
Listen, when I gave the last sister a raise, she was like, I think I can go get me I can get my man a car. We can handle the car payment. That's what that raise was. Wow. That raise was like an extra $400-500 every month. Bam. So who took the hit? She took the hit, not me, because what she brings to the table is invaluable. Y'all don't understand. You as an employee is invaluable. So you don't know your power. So I like how Viola mentioned it when she said, man, you give up so much of you so they can boost their business up. And you look up and they don't even really appreciate you. So man, for her, see, she just took what she learned on her job and what she learned on the social media and what she was figuring things out, and she just put it together. That's all I did, you guys. And we jumped, and then we got a little training that we needed. We researched and got our training, and we jumped, and that parachute opened. Man. So let's just take her course, because she probably got some more information to get in there. We got sidetracked talking about that when we was talking about quarantine and whatever. But yeah, this quarantine for us, I don't know about y'all, but it ain't really affecting us right now. I'm telling you. She used to be on that page with you guys February and beyond. She's not no more. So I'm trying to tell you, it's invaluable when you cross over here. I'm telling you, you could take something as light as some rocks and you can sell them bad boys. Paint them up and sling them. You think that ain't true? There's some people that sold rocks over the past, and I bought a couple of them. And I'm like, is this a crystal? Find out it ain't even no crystal. It's a rock. Remember Viola, when the dude used to sell them little buttons that had like a smiley face on it? I think it's red. When you felt stressed, you're supposed to push it and be on your desk. I really thought when I bought that bad boy, it was going to light up. It was going to make like a or some sound, or at least the smiley face was going to grin. That might didn't do nothing but just push down. I was like, I paid $10 for this.
It was the psyche. You thought you was doing something. You was like, I'm going to push it and it's going to do something. And it gave you that happiness.
It made me mad and irritated. Like, really? So I said, okay. So that's an idea right there. I bet you they got them out there right now. You push them now, they probably light up and the smiley face will do something. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that just to push it in when I get stressed and some of y'all like pushing it. Look at you. I need that right now. So anyway, we ain't gonna hold y'all. We just wanted y'all to know, man, please, the quarantine's gonna be all right. Prepare for this moment right now where you quarantine. Prepare. That's what she did. So, you know, don't be afraid and learn, you know, people that's coming out with courses right now, support your people, because I'm gonna tell you a secret that you may not know. The people that look like you been going through the same struggle you went through and came out of that, and they're giving you what they did, probably 10 times, if not 100 times more essence involved with that, because they know you need way more than just the average because of where we're at. So don't just be passing your pearls with individuals that are not even in your ethnicity. That's not no slight against them. What is that going to do for you? They ain't been through your struggle. They ain't been where you at. Been in the projects, okay? So I'm trying to tell you, I know what I'm talking about, okay? Been around individuals making a choice between blood and Crips, you know, being shot at if I'm going to get me a burner. Been there. So I don't understand when you individuals don't understand that you need to support your own, because they're going to give you definitely 10 times more. So that's a little secret right there for you. And most of my lives I learned, I went to school for all ethnicities, no lie. You know, I can name them all, whatnot, powerful teachers, but the ones that gave me that was brothers, sisters. And I'm just be real, I needed that. So I'm trying to tell you right now, support your own, because it's a reason. Y'all know that y'all come to me because I don't give you no crap. And I give you the real. My song is keeping it real. And when I bring someone to you, I'm collaborating with them for a reason. I see their spirit. I done already done the reading for you. I done already done the energy moving forward. I already done the chest minds with them and whatnot. I done the intellectual stuff. Some of them know it. This sister right here already know it. Some of them don't even know that I'm doing all the little pecking order, making sure their mind is right, making sure you ain't coming with no crap, no slight. You ain't coming with no scam, no fraud. You real with it. You're going to be able to give them that fire. You're going to be able to stay with the whatever. I already vet them for you. So y'all know that about me. So when I say support them, I'm not playing. Go over there and support them people. They feel like give you some fire. They're going to give you some work. So on that note, sister, I'm going to let you close out. I love you.
Love you too. Thank you. Just want to say I appreciate you. And listen, do not die with your music. Let your music out.
I like that. Do not die with your music. Let your music out. All right. On that note, we'll let y'all go. We'll holla.
I'm just keeping it real now. Giving something, giving something.